podcast time. You know.
Yeah, buddy.
David's back. Hi, David.
Hi, I'm Dadge of Dadge Gaming. Hello, everybody.
No, I was going to say, what are we calling you this week? Because every time you've been on recently. So, Dadge Gaming. What's that? Have you got your own thing now?
I have my own thing. I've named it Dadge Gaming.
So
By thing, I mean YouTube channel.
After all that,
it'll be up to...
So after all the us naming you Dadge and you complaining, you've gone with it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. It's pretty good.
It's like you said, you can't choose a nickname; it has to be given to you, and it worked. So
you're trying to like make a rival company to Binarycore? Is that what you're doing? We invite you on our podcasts. You know, you just go out there.
It's a complimentary company.
Would you say? You mean you want to work with us? Is that what you want to say?
Well, in some aspects, yeah.
So you'd be a shrubsidiary?
Oh God,
no. Just no.
I vote that John's not allowed to talk throughout the entire podcast.
Hey, I told that joke to Phasmo or Keith or Acaithius or whatever we're calling him now. He loved it.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, we're calling him DDP. He loved it. He loved it.
Yeah, he's really a judge. He doesn't listen to our podcast, so he doesn't know exactly how bad the joke was at the time.
Actually, you're right about him not being a judge, because when I used a Kamehameha reference, he was like, I had to Google what that was. I'm very disappointed in you.
David knows what a Kamehameha is.
I know what Kamehameha is.
You know who does a Kamehameha?
I don't know, like Goku, maybe?
There we go.
Yes! Thank you. Do you still have that picture, John?
Which picture?
The picture that started the conversation.
Oh yeah, no, I'll put that up in the link dump. It was, do you know it's NASA do an astronomical picture of the day?
Yeah.
It's apod.nasa.gov, right? Like today's one is a picture of the LL, Ori, and Orion Nebula. Yesterday's is a picture of the Herschel Andromeda, basically. And then the one before that should be the picture I'm on about. It's a picture of an Atlas V being launched, and it looks like someone's fired a Kamehameha.
So how do you look at previous pictures?
Right at the bottom, there's a...
Oh, yeah. Little arrow.
Yeah.
Holy shiznos.
Shizno?
You realise that David was running out of stuff to put his day with? He's now found that.
Yeah, no.
I'm studying to become an astrobiologist, so you've actually just lost me.
Probably shouldn't have mentioned this.
Some of them are a lot better than others. Like, sometimes sometimes the actual space pictures aren't that good. Like, oh, here's a galaxy, there's a galaxy. You see all of these things. But pictures like this one, where they do sometimes they'll do time-lapse of scenery, and you'll see the Milky Way moving in the background. That's one of the things that I want to see in my life. Well, there are two things I want to see in my lifetime. I want to see the Aurora Borealis, and I want to see the Milky Way. You know, the Via Galactica.
The Milky Way. I've got Milky Way here.
You want to see the Milky Way?
You understand what I mean, right?
No.
Probably not.
If you go to a really clear... on a really clear night in, say, the middle of nowhere, like Scotland is a good place to do it, and you look up at the stars, you will not just see stars, you'll see what looks like a big amount of gas. It is basically a line going across the sky where the stars are within it. It's called the Via Galactica, the Road of Milk, which is where we get Milky Way from. What you're looking at is our galaxy, but from the inside. That's what a galaxy looks like from the inside.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotcha. That's what you want to see.
Because it looks amazing, and to see that firsthand?
You can imagine. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say something.
That's an awesome picture. The Trifid Nebula.
Yeah.
28th of January.
So we've actually lost you now, haven't we?
Let me just... is there a way of linking this up to like Twitter or Facebook?
Just take the URL and put it on Twitter.
No, I mean like so the picture just gets sent to my Twitter feed every day or something like that.
It must have an RSS. Yeah, at the bottom, middle link, it says RSS.
Okay. Oh my god, no. Don't worry, I'll just go to the bloody page every day.
RSSs are too complicated for you, are they?
Bookmark. There we are, done.
So, What was it that Adam said before we started the podcast was the reason why he's not allowed to talk anymore?
What was it?
You said
it's already been repeated once.
Oh, really?
Not in,
No, the punchline was, but I can't remember.
You said you've been relegated to the bedroom now, and I've gone, you're in the relegation zone.
Yeah, that was it. And I just thought I'd say, I vote Adam as I have to talk to you in a podcast.
Okay. That's
a vote that's passed every week, to be fair, so. Never stands.
Say, Adam, you must be happy that we're not doing the full podcast, we're not having everyone else on, and we're not going over to Hemel to do the gaming league. You must be happy about that today.
Why would I be happy about that today?
Because of what it means you can do today. You can go and look at really nice owls. Superb owls.
I like this. Sam13 tweeted earlier, and he became my favourite person in the world because he tweeted a picture of an owl. He said, that's the only reference I'm going to make because that whole joke gets really boring really quickly. And he's right. That joke got boring 6 weeks ago before you started making it. Sam, do you know this joke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Worst joke ever.
I sent him a picture of an owl in a top hat with a monocle, and I said, now that is a superb owl. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that on the last podcast. I can't believe we did that.
It's just... I didn't know what he was on about. I was talking about Super Bowl, and he sent me a picture of an owl, and I'm like, there we go. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? What? I thought you were trying to send something to someone else, and you just completely got it wrong, so I just ignored you. And then you explained it, and I hated you even more.
Oh, dear me.
It's like, I mean, I've got hatred for a lot of stuff. Up there is superb owl jokes and burn after reading.
I thought you were going to say something else then. Let's not get Adam onto that.
I still love how superb owl is his go-to thing.
What, my go-to thing?
Your go-to thing to talk about when something's crap. You're like, oh man, I really don't like Marmite. It's up there with burn after reading,
Oh, you said superb owl was my go-to. That's what confused me. You meant burn after. Yeah, burn after reading is the worst thing ever.
I've mentioned it before. How burn after reading is your go-to thing.
Yeah, but it's the worst film ever. And I still hate the person who sat there and let me watch it rather than tell me that it was really shit.
Is that you, David? Was it?
Yeah, I knew how bad it was, and I knew it. But to be fair, I had to sit through it for a second time just to see your reaction.
That's the only solace I take in the fact that I had to sit there and watch it.
Wasn't that the same with the YouTube video where David was like, "Oh, this is like the worst thing," but he made you watch it, and it meant he had to watch it again for another time? Wasn't it like an hour's worth of that?
10 minutes of Afro circus or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever. Like you don't know it by heart.
10 minutes of that,
Afro.
Exactly.
And then I watched it again.
Okay, I'm looking up Burn After Reading. I'm not too sure if I've seen this film.
Don't.
Lucky. No. Watch it and then you can understand my hatred. No, I wouldn't put you through that. Don't watch it.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Go watch Resident Evil 5 instead. Or is it Resi 4? Whichever one was terrible. Just go watch the whole Resident Evil series.
Hey,
number one.
Sure, awesome.
Alright, is there a bit in this film where what's his name? Brad Pitt's hiding in a cupboard and George Clooney shoots him?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Is that this film?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I've seen it.
And
you feel like you've seen it and you like it.
No, the only part of it I remember is where Brad Pitt's on the phone to him and he's like, "We've got your secrets." That's right. That's this film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I had to sense myself there. Dominic's sitting next to me. Sup?
Sup, lad?
Did you hear him? Say it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A little gangster.
So, I mean, we're talking about the Super Bowl. I mean, who's actually playing tonight?
Baltimore Ravens versus the San Francisco 49ers. Each team is coached by a hardball brother, John and Jim. John and Jim.
Their parents, Jack and Jackie. So the family, and their granddad is Jim. So it's Jim, Jack, Jackie, Jim, John.
Okay.
What? That's age, by the way. That's the age ranking. Because Jim's older than John.
Yeah.
How are the teams for the Super Bowl picked? Is it like winners of two different leagues, or?
Right, here we go.
They're not picked, they're decided.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How is
You're
it?
in the Super Bowl this year, and you're in the Super Bowl this year because you played really well.
Well, no, that's exactly what it is. If it was the win of two different leagues, it's you're in the Super Bowl this year because you played really well. You became the top of that league. So that's exactly how it would work.
There's... I'll let David go.
There's two conferences. There's the AFC and the NFC. So American Conference and National Conference. Difference being their affiliation.
Okay.
Like they're just registered to that conference, but they're still within the whole NFL league, that National Football League. But anyway, each team, after 16 games... Sorry, I'll start again. There's two conferences. Within each conference, there are 4 regional divisions, North, East, South, West. Okay? So out of each conference, the four winners of the...
Carry on.
the four winners of the divisions go through to the playoffs, plus the 2 best runners-up.
Okay.
So that's 6 teams from each conference go into their own individual conference.
So that's why they're always like, we're going to be in the playoffs. Like the playoffs is a big thing.
Because it's a big thing, yeah.
Because it's for the Super Bowl. Got it. Carry on.
Yeah. So then, out of the 6 teams from each conference that play in different playoff rounds, you'll end up with one team from the AFC, one team from the NFC, i.e. AFC Baltimore, NFC San Francisco, and then they will play in the Super Bowl.
Okay, in San Francisco, is there an AFC team and a NFC team?
No.
Can a town have 2 teams, one from each thing, or is it if there's a team already there, you can't start a team?
New York has the Jets, which are AFC, and let's get to us on that, and the Giants, which are the.
I always wondered why there were 2 when people talked about football in New York. 2 teams came up because I didn't know there were 2 different conferences or whatever. So there could be an all New York Super Bowl.
Yes.
Has it ever happened?
The worst thing to ever happen in history.
I don't think so.
This is the first time it's been an all-family affair, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like they did the press conference for the Super Bowl together, which has never been done before. You've never had 2 Super Bowl coaches sit on the same stage together and give a talk about how they're going to play in the Super Bowl or whatever, because why would you want that?
I didn't know that.
No, this is the first time ever that there's been 2 Super Bowl coaches talking about the Super Bowl that they're about to play in on the same stage.
The last time they played against each other was actually the first time they played against each other, and it was November 2000 what are we in now? Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
It was in November 2011 at Thanksgiving. So for the Thanksgiving game, it was Baltimore versus San Francisco. And after the game, I can't remember who won and where it was. Where it was
Ravens won 16-6.
Okay, thank you. So the Ravens won, and were they at home?
I can't remember. I only know it was 16-6.
Because they're obviously opposite ends of the country, opposite sides of the country. One of the brothers had to go after the game to the other brother's house to eat
Thanksgiving
dinner. Thanksgiving after either just trouncing his team or just losing to his team.
Yeah, thanks for the house, but you're an arsehole.
The thing that just occurred to me is, we were saying before we did the podcast that, with the 3 of us on, we could talk about Minecraft all the time. Somehow we're just talking about sports. The next topic I want to bring up is another bloody sports thing as well.
Go for it, I'm enjoying this.
It's actually, it's one you said to me. It's the David Beckham thing.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's amazing.
Okay, what is PSG?
It's Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay.
It's in a French accent.
And you're saying he's signed to this team for 5 months, and all of his earnings are going to go to where?
I forget where it is.
Charity.
But yeah.
The children's charity that helps out sort of underprivileged children in Paris.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. As football goes, because I don't care, but I'm sorry, but I really just don't care.
At least you're honest about it.
Oh, there's no follow-up question to that?
No, there wasn't. I started it. I was hoping you 2 might have more, but I really don't care.
I just love it. I've always thought David Beckham's awesome. Ever since before I heard the story, but the story sort of made it better. It's like this time this guy broke down in the middle of a motorway or something, or a roundabout. Can't remember exactly where it was. And people just kept driving past and no one helped him. then one guy stopped, got out of his car, and helped this guy push his car to the other side of the road, and stood with him, and then called like the AA or whatever. And that was David Beckham. He was the only person who stopped to help this guy move his car across.
Huh.
I mean, he's this big superstar, but he often acts like he's just some guy from down the road.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest,
one of the most famous people on the planet, but he is a really nice guy.
Yeah, modest. Just completely. And to do something like...
Unlike his missus.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the story, Adam? I don't know if you know.
That was brilliant. This is a good story. This is like 6-7 years ago. A long time ago. I mean, he was still playing for Man United back then.
Oh, no, it wasn't that long ago.
Was it not?
That was just 11 years ago, Adam. 10, 11 years ago.
Could have been that long ago. It's possible. Wow, really? 10, 11 years? Jeez. I feel old. But yeah, my dad was a delivery guy, and he was just driving down this bridge, and it's not a very big bridge, but it's just enough to fit 2 people. The car that went past just didn't give a shit and decided to try and take over the entire road. Hit my dad's car, both wing mirrors flew off, and they sort of pulled over, and this woman came bursting out of the car, shouting at my dad, blah, 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 blah. You could have healed me or my baby, blah, 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 blah. And my dad was just like, yeah, whatever. But, and eventually he's gone, do you know who I am? My dad's gone, no. And it was Beckham's wife.
It was Victoria Beckham. Do you know who I am?
No. Put her in her place.
That is just the best thing ever. Best story ever. But yeah, so she's a bitch. He's an awesome person.
But yeah, I mean, don't talk to me about breaking down. The problem I had with my car last night.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what it was, it's like, Harris had come back from a friend's birthday party in London, and they didn't have enough money to do, because the cab was dropping them off at several different places. So her friend came back here, and I was going to drive her friend home, because it's just, down the road. So I get about 2 minutes from my house, and my car just stops, and I'm getting no acceleration out of it. And because we're going up a slight incline, I can't even move at all. So I'm stuck out there. We phoned the AA, but Car Tech turns up. That was a bit weird. They must sublet out to them or something. But or some random Car Tech guy saw me at the side of the road and decided to help me out. And the AA turned...
Listening in on the frequency. Oh, I've got one! Let's go!
Or he just drove past, happened to see me there, helped me out. And then he puts the straight bar on and we drive off. And then the AA turn up just afterwards going, what the fuck is this guy? And but yeah, so we get home.
That's the 4th one this week.
Yeah, where have they gone? There are ghost accidents all over this highway. So I don't get to bed till 6 this morning. So yeah, that wasn't fun. So
that explains why you sound so terrible today.
Quiet here. So what we reckon it is it's the the EGR, which is the exhaust gas recyclation valve. It's probably all clogged up. Okay. But the other problem I have with my car is the bonnet release button lever thing. The cable snapped on it, so I can't get the bonnet open.
Oh dear.
Oh, nice.
So what he had to do was lean under the steering wheel is. He found the cable and he was just pulling on it, trying to get it to come up, and it did. It did in the end. Today when I started it up, just to see if it worked, it didn't. I found the cable, but I was thinking, there's no way I could pull on that. I mean, he had big thick gloves on, so he could get grips on it. But that would slice my fingers up because it's just a thin bit of metal.
Yeah. Don't try that. Don't try that at home, people.
Yeah. It's a life lesson. Don't.
Or out on the road anyway. Just don't try it.
Oh no, that's
don't
fine.
Grab cheese wire and yank.
Yeah.
Nice. So a minute ago we lost you with all the talk about sport. You completely lost me now with the talk of the cars because I know nothing.
Does your car have a turbo?
A what?
A turbo.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Just trying to ascertain what a exhaust gas recycler does. That's all.
You know the vacuum part of the 4-stroke cycle?
Yes.
It's that.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Oh my god. Do you know what 4-stroke means, Adam?
No, it's suck, squeeze, blow, bang. That's the way you remember it. It's induction, compression, power, exhaust, but the way people remember it is suck, squeeze, blow, bang.
I don't think I want to search this. Yeah. I was going to Google it, but no. You know what? I want to see what comes up. Suck, squeeze, blow, bang.
It's what happens to the piston that happens every second. It does those 4 things
in the whole cylinder. So it sucks air and petrol in. It compresses them. It expands them using a combustion from the spark plug, and then it exhausts, and then it comes out as an exhaust. It's inhale, compression, combustion, exhaust.
So.
And that pushes the piston up and down twice in one cycle. Yeah,
so every second the piston's gone up and down twice, completing one cycle. Unless you have a 2-stroke engine, which is normally it's more motorbikes than a 2-stroke engine, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can get like the toy one of the cars, I can't remember now. RX-8, Toyota RX-8, something like that. But it has a cylindrical engine, so it kind of does 2 at the same go because the engine can spin. The engine spins and has the 4 different chambers, and it sort of does it all in one go.
So here's a go. I know how engines work, and I can talk about the mechanics of it. I don't give a crap about cars. Like you're like, the Mazda's something or other, and I'm like,
Mazda. That's it, Mazda, not Toyota. Well done.
Well, I did know that you said M. Anyway, you could talk about a specific car make and model, and like, that one had a great engine. It was square, not circular. It was a dodecahedron. You could do 12 of them all at one time. It worked in 4 dimensions of space. I don't care. Actually, I care about that. That sounds pretty cool. But I know how an engine works. I don't the actual specifics on cars. No. I watch Top Gear pretending I give a damn. I'm more like the humour of let's trek across America today and piss off some rednecks. That's funny. I like that.
So, Suck Squeeze Blow Bang didn't bring up much in the Google image search, I'm afraid.
Did it bring up an engine at all?
Yeah, quite a few of them. It was a little disappointing, if I'm honest. It brought up a picture of a guy running across water having bailed from a speedboat with the tagline, Jesus, he drives F1 powerboats, which made me laugh a lot and I had to mute my mic, but other than that.
Okay, I typed it in and an image came up on the top row is a picture of a transformer with a little toy truck. Yeah, it goes masturbation, playing with yourself. So it's a transformer playing with a little toy truck.
Oh my god.
It's not a transformer, it's Optimus Prime.
Which Seriously. Is a transformer.
He's the one. Everyone knows Optimus Prime. Just say Optimus Prime. You clearly didn't know his name, so decided to cover for yourself. Jeez.
Okay, sorry. Before we just talk about a whole bunch of things nobody gives a crap about, Minecraft.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've put up 2 videos about the Dadge server we've got, but might as well just talk about it a bit.
I want to talk about the map creator, the Minecraft overviewer.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
The map thing that we've got going?
Yeah, it's like it produces a map. It's a website that produces a map of your server. Have you been using it? You've been looking at it?
Where are you looking at? Are you looking on Minefold or are you looking at City 17?
City 17.
Yeah, that's our website. We own that.
Oh, really?
It's not like a website that generates it for us. We own the domain for city17.org. It's Dave's.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did you not? That's our website. We at one point we owned quite a few. We owned Armorcam, the company within Fit. We owned Armorcam.
I knew that.
At one point. I'm trying to think what else we owned. We owned quite a few, but it was a point of, do we want to keep them or let them go? But we kept City 17 for some reason.
That's quite dodgy. It's a bit dodgy thing to do. When the internet owning domain names that are like registered trademarks of other things.
No, Armorcam.com is an existing thing. No, there's an Armorcam website that exists, and it's brilliant. It's as if the company within Fear was an actual company. They've got like stock reports, weapons development, like seminars, and all this stuff, as if they were a real company. It's pretty good. But for some reason, a lot of their domains weren't registered, and since Fear stopped being in production, I think they've let the website go. So.
Okay.
Though I did hear recently there's talk of a Fear 4, which should be quite interesting.
What would they do with that? Replace the A with a 4 rather than the E with a 3?
Yeah, no, that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
What
hashing old ideas again.
What I'm interested in is which ending of Fear 3 will they go with? Point Man's ending or?
There are people here who haven't completed Fear 3.
Yes, but I didn't say what the endings were, but you're well aware that there's 2 different endings to that, right?
I am now.
Well, you play as two different characters. You must assume that each one has a different ending.
Fair enough. Can I just want to say something. I mean, this is slightly off topic, slightly back on topic. The Mindfold map. I'm looking at the one on City 17,
Yep.
which is the domain we own.
Yep.
Binarycore.
Which is one that updates every hour or so, whereas the one on mindfold.org, if you go to our Binarycore page, which I'll link as well, that updates once every day.
At the moment, it's not making sense. I'm going to take a print screen of it. You've got the whole map where obviously most of it's explored. Then there's a square.
That's what I said that to you earlier. That one square doesn't make sense.
You ruined the whole reason I brought up Minecraft, because I wanted to point out that square.
I'm sorry.
Trod on my toes, Adam. Trod on my toes.
I stole your thunder. And you know what I'm going to do with your thunder?
Shove it up my ass.
Wow, you have some really weird fantasies right there.
Right, anyway. Well, the only way for that square to exist is if one of the what are they called? OPs, one of the ops, has teleported himself.
No one
can do that.
One is up at the moment.
Yeah, but Dave can make squares.
What it could be is someone has gone into the Nether, created a portal there, and when they've popped up, they've popped up in a cave system underground.
Yes.
That, or it could be that the Nether portal is on that island somewhere. No, it's not.
But it's not. It'd have to, because it would be in the centre of that thing.
Yes, of course it would. So what you're saying is we have to go all the way over there and then mine down to see if we can find Nether portal.
Or go through to the Nether and walk across. Oh yeah, I told you about the way I wanted to get in and out of my ship, was through the Nether portal. I've built the Nether portal and it links to the existing one, so it's too close. What we need to do is find out which direction we came through, and then build another portal between my ship and the existing portal in the Nether. If you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so we have to do that, and then it will link up the portals. Because I don't know if you knew this, Dave, that the Nether portals don't work how you think they would. They don't. It's not one portal in the Nether, one portal in the real world. Those two are linked. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's the closest portal to it connects to it.
So if there's two portals in the Nether, that's the only way you can get it to connect to a different one.
Yeah.
In the overworld, or if they're too far apart.
I really want to talk about my idea for a mod. On that note, I'm not going to.
Oh no!
Why not? Because
there's offline with us.
I know where to get a program where you can create your own mods. It's a mod creator.
Well, you need to tell me that.
I think David just came.
Come on, tell me the idea.
No. I know only 4 or 5 people watch this, but I don't want 4 or 5 people knowing.
Right. Yeah, we might go big this week.
This might be the one that gets 150 views, 150,000 even.
Speaking of that,
like,
have
this
you
guy had an awesome idea for a mod? Listen to it, and then everyone listens, and then it's over.
Have you seen Lewis's house since it's been finished?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know about the house which is directly behind his?
Yes.
Yeah.
David, have you seen it? It's something you would find quite interesting.
I have, yeah. What, the Captain Major house?
Yeah.
Crazy Major, yeah.
Crazy Major, yeah.
Crazy Major.
I thought you would find that really interesting, good, because I think it looks quite a lot like what it's meant to look like. It's a Tolkien reference.
No, it didn't look like that today. Didn't look like anything Tolkien-y today.
Oh, when I went to it last night, it's meant to be the mines that that Smaug kicks the dwarves out of in Hobbit.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it's working towards that, but it doesn't look a lot like... It looks... Now that you say it, I can see it looks like it, but it doesn't look...
Because we're travelling towards it, and Dave Phasma's like, oh, you might get this and think it's quite good. I went, oh, what's he done? Built Moria? And he goes, you're not far off. And then we get to it, and I went, oh, yeah, nice. I see what he's trying to do there.
He's built Lessia.
Stop it.
This is why I'm not allowed to talk.
Why do we allow you to talk about Minecraft if you're just going to be like that?
Why do you allow me to talk? Cool, stop.
I think
because you
don't
don't
have a better idea. A better idea would be in protest, me and you don't talk, and then Adam has to pick up all the slack for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, fine. Sony have announced a conference. Adam, go.
THQ suck. No. Yeah, this is going to be cool. They're going to bring out... they're not telling anyone what they're going to do at the conference or what this conference is about, but it's really important and everyone has to be there.
Yeah,
so like pretty much saying it's going to be the PS4, but we're not going to tell you it's going to be the PS4. You're going to have to come along and find out that it's a PS4, even though you should already know it's a PS4.
Yeah, it's next month in New York, and it's a conference be focused on the PlayStation, but will this be the long-awaited PS4 reveal? And it's brilliant. Do you think, someone said to me, it could be a ploy to get Microsoft to jump up their game?
That was what I said, yeah.
It was you, yeah.
Yeah, a ploy, so like, they have to bring forward their Xbox 360 so that PlayStation 4 can know what they're working on.
Yep, 20.
7, yeah, sorry.
Or Infinity, as it may be called.
Yeah, who knows what it's going to be called? And they're all code names at the moment, so you can't really guess as to what it's going to be called. But, yeah,
Kythius was talking to me about this. He goes,
Keith.
Yeah, Keith, Dave, Diamond Dallas Page. He goes, that, because I was saying to him, he said that the PS4 will be out in December, and I said to him about the whole, well, it can't be, because you're going to have all these games being, the AAA titles being released then, and why would you release AAA titles for the PS3 if the PS4 is going to come out? And he was like, title releases, like the games that come out just for the PS4. And I was like, but we would have heard of that by now, because these developers would need to have got hold of the hardware to build the game for it. But these dev teams are not the best at keeping secrets. Someone would have let slip the fact that, we've got the PS4, we're building a game for it. We would have heard that by now, right?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, if they've signed a contract to say, yeah, anyone talks about it, they're in deep shit, then they might not talk about it. So,
how often
it's entirely yeah, but it's entirely possible that they've been working on it and they just haven't been able to tell anyone, or that they've only got a few title releases lined up.
Oh, wait, so just remember something, back to Minecraft quickly. Guess who died for the second time last night?
Guess who died for like the third, fourth, fifth, and like God knows how many times today?
Who?
Keith.
Oh, as I'm saying, Dave died last night.
Yeah, he died a lot today, because he's built, the big tower that's appeared on our map?
It's his, because it's coming out of his hole in the ground.
And there's a duck pond next to it. If you look at the top of the tower, there's a leap of faith.
Oh, the duck...
Ezio.
Oh, right, yeah. It's a duck pond full of chickens, yes.
Yeah, and he keeps missing the duck pond.
Brilliant. But yeah, no, he died last night. I took a screenshot of it, but forgot to save it. I was going to send it to you.
But I still think the story of the first time he died was the best, because he was proud of the fact that he was one of only 2 people on the server that hadn't died.
Yeah, it was quarry over by Lewis's, was it?
Yeah. I think, I'm not sure where the quarry was, but it was the quarry. And he was sort of leaning over the edge.
No, there was a diving board, a leap of faith thing, just sticking out in the middle, and he was standing on it.
Alright, he was standing on it, holding shift, looking over the edge. And then someone said something like, yeah, go have a go. And then he decided to reply, let go of shift, and started to type, and as he let go of shift, fell to his death. It's like, that's brilliant. After everything he'd done to not die, that's the way he died.
He wanted it to be like, I was fighting hordes of zombies, and then this skelly arrow came out of nowhere and shot me, and I died. I was saving the princess, and I had the Master Sword and the Chaos Emeralds. And
found a dungeon within a dungeon within a dungeon, and I just
it was like Dungeonception. But no, he was an idiot and let go of shift and fell off again.
It's amazing. But now there's only one person on the server who hasn't died, so that's cool.
Oh, speaking of that, I have an army of sheep now.
I've got an army of wolves.
Have you seen my sheep?
I'm going to steal your sheep, and I'm going to throw all of their wool at them so I can have an army of wolves in sheep's clothing.
Okay. See, my sheep army is nothing compared to Lewis's. Have you been over to Lewis's house and looked at all them? That is mental, that is.
Multicolored sheep, it's amazing.
You know that blue sheep that we lured back on the video?
Yeah.
That must have been one of his that escaped from the pen. Because I didn't... You can see on the video, I didn't nick it out of the pen, but it was a blue sheep wandering around. It was clearly his, so whatever.
It could have been anyone walked around and just died of sheep blue randomly. But
it could do.
Yeah, it's more likely to be a sheep from his pen. A sheep.
A shoop. That's catching on. It's brilliant. Everyone on the server keeps saying shoop now, and Dave just keeps going. It's amazing how we've got everyone to say this.
I hate that I say it,
but it makes grammatical sense, right? You've got sheep being the plural and shoop being the singular, because if you've got foot and feet and goose and geese, a double O turns into a double E. It makes sense.
But then we'd have beaks instead of books.
Yeah? And?
We don't have beaks, we have books. We have a book and books.
No, I'm now calling
Granted, it's different, but...
I'm calling it beaks. Actually, but we changed the whole shoop thing. It's, shoop is the singular of sheep, but the plural of shoop is shoops. That's how it's to people. So it doesn't really help.
The singular has O's. No, the singular has E's, and the plural has O's.
No. Singular has O's. Think of foot and feet, or goose.
Foot and feet. Okay.
Or book and beaks. Or book and beak.
And look and leaks.
Well, no, it wouldn't be leaks. It would just be...
So,
you wouldn't have the S at the end. Look and leak.
So we are geeks. Individually, we'd be a gook.
Yes. I'm sure that's a racist term.
Google, be my friend.
I guess the sensitive book again.
Again.
Looks at the...
Oh, yeah, East Asian. Oh, shit.
What was that YouTube account called? Anyway, moving on.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
36 minutes, I've got to remember that number.
That's amazing.
Anyway, yeah. So, moving on swiftly, GTA 5 has been pushed back again.
Oh, has it? Oh,
September 7th.
For when?
I mean, September 17th. I mean, this game has been hyped quite well, and it looks to be quite good, but after the shambles of GTA 4, I don't know whether I'm interested or not.
You didn't like GTA 4?
I didn't get very far into it, because I got bored. It was Nico, it wasn't Nico, it was his brother, or his cousin or whatever, just annoyed
Roman.
there. It just annoyed me.
Yeah,
the game wasn't as gripping. I mean, you go back to the beginning. I mean, now that we can record PlayStation 1 and 2 games, I think we should bring up... I've got GTA 1 and 2, you know, just saying. We should play those for TTs. But, 1 and 2 didn't really have... GTA 2 didn't really have storylines. It was there, but it was literally just go around and shoot everyone, right? And steal cars.
In top-down mode, which was awesome.
Yeah, and then GTA 3 brought in a storyline, and it was quite good. And then you had Vice City, which is by far the best game that they've ever done.
Maybe.
San Andreas.
San Andreas
is amazing.
San Andreas was good, but it was too big. I mean, the size of Vice City was perfect.
I don't agree.
I love massive maps.
Mm.
That's one of the reasons I started playing World of Warcraft, just because somebody showed me the map and I was like, wow. And San Andreas was epic.
I should.
Oh wow, bad. I wasn't even meant for that to be a pun, so I apologise.
I mean, and GTA 4, I get it was a big map as well, but
it was boring.
One of the
GTA 4 just
there was no rural.
It was like meh. So what?
About San Andreas, I did like the different areas, how you did have the big built-up city, and then you had like the slums, and then you had like just the houses out in the fields with all like the farms. The different parts to it was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay, what they tried to do GTA 4, but it was still shit.
One thing it's something I said as soon as San Andreas was announced, and everyone said that I was wrong, and then when I turned out to be right, everyone claimed that I never said it. When San Andreas came out, I said the next game will be set in Liberty City, and everyone was like, no, you're wrong, you can't prove that, you don't know anything. And then when it came out, everyone denied the fact that I said it.
Because you didn't say it.
Well, I did say it, because it makes sense. The original 3 maps for GTA 1 were Vice City, San Andreas, and Liberty City. And we'd already had Vice City and San Andreas, so GTA 4 had to be Liberty City.
Okay.
I
didn't think of that. So,
I didn't know that. You also missed GTA London off the list.
Well, that's more of a second... It wasn't a proper full game, was it, GTA London, or...?
No, it was a full game,
I don't think so.
but it wasn't as big as the other ones, but it was one of the down ones. It came... it was either just before or just after GTA 2.
Yeah. I think... I could be wrong, just going by what I think, so it could well be very wrong. But GTA 5 is supposed to have all of the areas from all of the previous GTA games.
Never heard.
I'm sure I've heard that somewhere. Or something somewhere something's gonna have that. So it's gonna have Liberty City, Vice City, San Andreas, obviously in a different time zone or whatever. Maybe look a bit different, but it's gonna have those areas for people to visit.
Well, I can't.
So I don't know about London, but because that's a bit further away from San Andreas and.
Yeah.
In San Andreas, you did get to go back to the area
Vice
from.
City.
No, it wasn't Vice City. It was from number 3. It was there was a bistro, a diner at the top of a hill, and you got to go back there and blow it up.
Yeah, but I mean, it was. I'm sure it was Vice City that it was from.
No, it wasn't. It was number 3, which technically is also Liberty City. So, you know.
It might have, yeah, I'm not sure. I knew it was. I thought it was Vice City that you went to, but you only saw that diner, and then you saw nothing again. You flew on the plane, landed in the diner, flew back.
Yeah, I mean, you got to walk around inside the diner, but you just saw a cutscene of outside.
Yeah.
And that was quite cool, the fact that you could... And the flying of planes, I liked that. It was a good little extra thing to put into San Andreas. And I don't know if they... I assumed you were allowed to do it on number 4 as well. But I never got that far into it. I should probably go back and replay 4 and try and complete it. But I just felt like it was too big and there was too much to do.
It was just boring. There was no real... I didn't give a shit about Nico. That was my problem. It's like, if he died at the end, meh, so what?
I mean,
If he lived, meh, so what?
Those games have always had quite gripping characters. Like Tommy Vercetti I thought was really good. And then as you play through it, you meet people like Kent Paul. These guys are funny, you know, and... or the chat radio stations, they were always really good. Laszlo is a great character that I'm glad they've kept on throughout all of the games. And even San Andreas, CJ, he was good. I liked him. You know, it was interesting to see his storyline progress. And then, of course, later on you met Kent Paul again. That was great. And Laszlo had a radio station there. I don't think I played 4 long enough to find out if these characters reappeared.
Yeah, it was just too... It's like they decided to go for a much grittier experience, something like a real life, or too much like real life gritty and whatnot. It was boring.
It was.
It's like, I don't want to, it's like, yeah, you can go bowling, you can do this. I love playing The Sims, but if I'm playing GTA, I don't want to be playing The Sims at the same time. I want to be playing GT frickin' A. But,
frickin'
that's
A.
the problem. Frickin' A. Frickin' A. Frickin' A.
Hey, you're Canadian now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hide and cry and die in a ditch.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with Canadians.
I know. I'm sure there isn't. I've never met enough to know.
Hey, in Canada, would the plural of a bout, you know, a boot, be a beat?
What would you use the plural of about for?
Abouts. You know, abouts.
Oh, whereabouts. Where a beat are you?
Roundabouts.
Around a beat.
Around a beat, because you don't have this one. That's one random beat you got there.
Oh, dear.
Speaking of beats, I didn't install EJ yesterday, did I?
No, you did not.
So, you two got anything else you want to add to this?
Sorry.
Did you say hi or bye?
Said hi.
Hi. Oh, hello, David. When did you join?
Dadge, his name's Dadge.
Oh, hello, Dadge.
Doyad.
Yeah, I'm gonna accidentally call you Dodge at some point and call you Dooge.
Next week's podcast might have to be done like this again, because, you know, we're not going to be going over to the other place and get everyone else on.
Oh, yeah, because... Oh, yeah.
But Sunday I'm out all day, so might have to do a Saturday.
That's okay.
But that's future Binarycore Podcast.
Yeah, this is now.
Yeah.
So, I like just the adding a female to the podcast. That was good.
Yeah, no. She's happy to be there, you know. She's been in quite a few, sitting in the background doing nothing, and then she tries to get sympathy from Tony, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's what I liked it. It added that extra element.
What's your favourite part? Pick it on me, meh.
Making fun of me.
It's good banter.
Check it out.
was often sitting in the background anyway, so we were just trying to basically, come to the table, join in.
She was there when we were talking about Pokemon in the one-handed DSing.
Yeah.
And we were coming up with different ways of saying masturbating your Pokemon.
Oh, dear.
That was a weird conversation. Yeah, if you haven't heard it, then you need to, because it was just weird and amazing.
I thought I'd listen to them all. Good God.
Well,
You might have.
Listen to a whole Pokemon reference.
Oh. Nice. I think maybe you've just sort of like removed that memory from your brain.
Now that my memory.
Yeah.
You've been lobotomized.
It was freaky.
Okay, well, I think this is the time to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it. Yeah.
So, thank you for turning
Time
up
of
to this.
death. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
one
not
thing-
that kind of call it.
One thing we haven't done is we haven't named this podcast. Normally we name them within the episode, but
Oh yeah.
Sure, we said something worth naming it.
No, don't call it that.
It's the plural of. If geek is a plural, then
no.
Yeah, call it Geek or Gook.
Relegated.
Another censorship moment.
I'm thinking relegated to the bedroom. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Or superb owl, but either way.
Relegated to the bedroom it is.
You won't know till Tuesday when I put this up. So thank you for joining.
You're
And,
welcome.
see you next week. Bye bye.
You will.
Bye.
See ya. Bye everyone. Dadge Gaming.
No plugging. The only plugging that gets to be done during this is at the beginning when we plug 2Pipscast, but I haven't done it yet because he hasn't sent me the information.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, bye. Bye.
Bye.